Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum to all our sisters out there. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I'm very blessful today because I'm back at Sisters Chit Chat. And of course, I'm Zarina Zahruddin, and this is our Superwoman edition. I'm saving the best for last. And of course, we have our special Sis Efah Anuar. Who is she? Okay, she will definitely share with all of you. All right. Who is she, what she has been doing. Okay, and it's not just about her years, her so-called her recent years, but we will go all the way back to her younger years. Okay, so dear sisters, do like, do share, and do give us your comment in FB. Inshallah, I'll be looking through our FB live. Yeah, for those of you who are with us in FB live. Thank you so much for spending this time. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful that we're in the month of Ramadan, so we won't be busy having our lunch or cooking in the kitchen, yeah, especially mummies. I know mummies are the most busy people in this world. Okay, so what are the things that we can learn, yeah, from Sis Efah sharing later? Yeah, I did a short short interview with her, yeah, recently, and these are a few things that I think we can pick up from her, like what are the life lessons that we can learn, from what that she has gone through, and are there second chances if we have made some mistakes in our younger years? Yeah, definitely, we are no angel. And last but not least, are we too judgmental or are we being too hard on ourselves? So these are the issues that we will touch. And let me present to you Sis Efah Anuar. Assalamualaikum. Efah, apa khabar?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Baik, Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for inviting me and having me here today. I am very honored and blessed to be here. Thank you so much.
I also like to say thank you for saying yes to my invitation. Yeah, Efah, because I don't know, I just feel that it's such a blast to get to know you. Yeah, not because of your colorful life, but yes, she has a very colorful life. So many colors, whatever colors that you can think of. Not just the rainbow colors, but the black, white, brown, gray. Okay, so yes, okay, Bibi Sis Efah. Oh yeah, dear ladies, if you have read her profile, frankly speaking, when I had to do a poster to do her profile, I was very frankly, what to put it, amazed. Yes, that's the word. I was amazed. I was lost for words, because she is somebody that I think you can count. Yeah, how many Singapore women would have that position? As some of you will have known, she's our first, Singapore's first female infantry officer. Yeah, so you must be tough, okay? Yeah, that's why when I asked her, Efah, can you give me a photo? She asked me, you want a photo of my sweet face or my fierce face? Wow, never anybody, any sisters, when I ask for their photo, they would definitely want to give their best photo. But this lady, she said fierce or sweet. And I said, hey, this is something interesting. That's why I said, okay, show me your fierce photo. You see, so you see her fierce photo. And maybe if those of you don't realize, Efah, what were you carrying in that poster?
I was doing a Spartan race. So one of the obstacles that we need to do is to carry a bucket full of
water,
pebbles.
Pebbles.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, the term is you need to only carry on your shoulder. So yeah, so that was one of the obstacles.
Okay. And I know it's not easy to be a lady in the men's world, especially when you have to lead the men. And you have to sleep, eat, with them. Semua kan, nak cakap shit, tak boleh pula kan, sorry. Food, okay.
So dah cakap pun.
Dah cakap pun. Alamak. Pasal kalau tak cakap itu tak faham kan. But you said semua, so everything. So she practically live with men. But ladies, I was surprised when she said that at one time in her life, she hated men so much. Okay, Efah, I think let's start your sharing. Let's hear how this all started. Dipersilakan.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And before I start, like you mentioned just before we go live it's macam disclaimer lah gitu kan. I hope that this sharing will definitely benefit others, and it is not our intention to at any point riak ke, banggakan diri ke. Whatever faults that I had or whatever achievement that I have now is definitely daripada Allah, and I would have never achieved or be who I am today without the help of the many people that I have in life that I'm blessed with, like my family, my parents, my sisters, my relatives, friends, and all the people that I've met along the years. So yalah, tapi insyaAllah I've always wanted to, I won't say that I've been through a lot. I've been through some challenges, and I bet every one of us goes through challenges. Of course, the way we see life is different lah, according to what we have experienced. So yes, I was in the armed forces for 15 years. I straight away daripada poly tu, I joined the army. Actually, I nak join actually I wanted to join as a firefighter. Tapi dalam the year 2002, they haven't opened for female firefighters. So I went to police. Sekali tak meet the weight requirement. The weight requirement was 55 and I was 40 at that moment. So like macam, oh no, I cannot join the police. So I joined the army. So Alhamdulillah, I think, is it something that I'm proud of? Yes, definitely I'm proud of all the achievements that I attained in green. All through 15 years, if I walk in my uniform, nanti orang kena tengok 2-3 kali tau. Ni perempuan ke tidak? Atau ni betul ke tidak? Oh, ni budak NCC ke? A lot of people talk to me as if I budak NCC, tapi oh, you real lah, you real officer lah. That kind. Definitely kat dalam tu, a lot of challenges, but definitely I learned so much valuable lessons throughout my 15 years. A lot of people, okay lah, most of the people inside and outside the force is impressed with my achievements, while the others not very happy lah. Dah apalah perempuan ni sibuk dekat dalam sini kan, macam real aja, those kind of things. But a lot of people don't know why I joined the army. Yeah, so I usually would tell them, oh, because I want to prove what female can do, or I want to be as strong as men. But deep inside, actually, the reason is totally 360 degrees different lah. So yeah, I guess I mean, starting back lah, I guess as a child, as a child, Alhamdulillah, I have no problem with my family. My parents are very supportive. I have great sisters. I have gaduh tu gaduh lah kan, gaduh pasal telefon ke apa. But I have no problems at home. But in school, I'm always, I wouldn't say physically bullied lah, but more to like macam kena AJ, orang panggil jongang, si jongang tu, the one with the curly hair. Apparently I don't look like the normal kids. Then I don't know lah, I don't know what's the normal lah, I mean,
you mean pretty, not the pretty little girl.
Not the pretty
you look normal, Efah, you are
yeah.
normal, you are very normal. Ada 2 tangan, 2 mata, 2 eyes,
Tapi at that point of time, you don't appreciate, tak cakap Alhamdulillah, for the things that we have. But yalah, I macam, growing up as a teenager, I depan flat, belakang flat, these things that matters to us at that point of time lah, right? You know, I don't have the face, or my teeth is all over, my hair is, you know, not the whatever lah, the one
The
that they
straight
do.
long and you know not like that.
I tak macam gini gitu. So I have to say that I grew up with a very low self-esteem.
Understand.
And I want, this is one of the point that I want to emphasize and bring forward, how growing up with low self-esteem affects us lifelong. It's a lifelong and very huge impact to anybody, to most people lah, I guess. Like macam, that's why macam as a parent, because I grew up like that, I tell myself, okay lah, like my parents doesn't bring me down, it's the people outside. So at home as a parent, I have to always think about this lah. I try to make sure that my children are not growing up with low self-esteem, you know, just because they are different or whatsoever. So because of this low self-esteem, right, I try to attract attention of the gender by
the
other things
opposite
that
sex.
I have lah, the opposite sex, by whatever that I have lah, you know, wearing less, you know,
Less is more.
menjadi mental gitulah, you know, this is
And what
their
age
weakness.
was that? This is what, in your teens? 15, 16, 17?
Ada 15, 16, that
Secondary
kind lah.
school.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean like poly onwards. You know, I mean
Onwards.
poly-wise, then we can dress as
Yes,
whatever
free to
we
dress.
want. You know, I was in Temasek Poly business school, like whatever lah.
Business
Whatever.
school, yes.
Anyway, I didn't want to go to poly. My kakak yang paksa sangat masuk poly ni, I nak terus masuk army, tapi dia tak kasi. Anyway, I was there, and you know, if you don't have,
Wait. Let's just rewind a little bit. You say that the low self-esteem impacted you emotionally so much, yeah, that you realize that you have to do something to create that attention.
Yeah.
But what made you feel like that? Is it because of the words people throw to you? You know, it's like, you jongang, you know, it's like, is it because of that, or is it because you compare yourself to other teenagers and you know? Yeah. So I want to know, is it both outside and inside?
Definitely both outside and inside. So like macam, you know, as a teenager, kita have this thing to live up to, this image or these needs that, oh, I want to belong, to get attention. You know, I don't get enough attention just because of my looks. So you, as a person, I think I crave the attention. I'm like macam, yelah, nak cari boyfriend ke, atau you know, that age lah kan. So I you know, I wear like that. So it's both in and out lah. Macam orang pun macam I was like macam, oh, kau cakap aku jonggang tapi you know, I can do this, I can do that, I want to do this, I get that boy or whatever lah, you know, those kind of that time of age lah. So like macam I was not dressed despite who my father was. Sorry lah kalau abah tengah dengar. So I have a very good Islamic foundation, yeah. Being that my father is a ustaz, I have a good foundation at home. But outside, dulu kan kita keluar rumah kan pakai skirt panjang tau. Kat luar tu buka, you know.
So you are really one of the girls who did that. I mean, I've been hearing all days, you know. I know. I've been hearing all day. People say, alah, dia pakai tudung, nanti keluar rumah buka. But it doesn't happen to somebody that I know. So now you are really that person. Okay.
So yeah, you know, even but alhamdulillah, my father didn't, despite who he was, he didn't paksa kita pakai tudung. I think he understand lah kan. So but he expects us to at least dress modestly. But itu pun susah lah teenager ni kan, nak dengar cakap mak bapak kan. Mak cakap jangan balik malam, kita balik pagi lah, 2-3 pagi gitu. So I was out, and then you know, the way I dress, the way I act, attract that kind of people lah. So like macam I was in a not so good crowd, I attracted the wrong kind of attention. So, how to say this life in FB? So yeah, I think at the age of about 17, I got myself into trouble. I was raped lah. Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that the word RAPE that I think every mother's, for every mother, every, I think every lady, every girl is afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you dare enough to say it right here in Sister Chit Chat Live. You went through that. Okay. Yeah. You had to went through that because you know that you just because it all started because you want that attention.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes.
So initially, you know, I couldn't. I initially I blame it on that person. You know, I had so much hatred for him, and then I put men in general because yeah, that's what they want. That's all what they are about. I felt at that time like but then right, I started to hate myself because the things keep playing back. If only I didn't wear that dress, if only I didn't follow into that house, if only I shout louder, if only I struggled more, if only I was stronger. So I spent so long blaming myself, like macam padan muka lah. In some ways, I'm not saying this for all victims. I'm saying for myself that I put myself in that situation. What macam padan muka apa, padan muka kau, that kind of thing. So yeah, and then I hate myself so much. I became, what I should have like macam become what do you call it, macam hermit ke, duduk rumah jangan keluar takut kena lagi kan. Oh tak, I went out more to like, since I got no value anymore,
So you become wilder.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you became worse off than previously because you realize that what's there now, there's nothing that is holding you back, right?
Yeah.
What's there to be afraid of? Like everything is gone.
Gone, but it got worse lah. Of course, I okay, then of course because of the well, I got pregnant. And
what age were you at that time?
17. So yeah, the fact that yes lah, okay, I have to say first that although after the rape, right, I got wilder, but I did not do it with anybody else. I didn't like go out and sell myself ke apa lah. So it was that just one time, and of course then I know that the pregnancy was from the rape. And at that time, this being pregnant at 17 is so not normal.
Yeah, it's a no-no.
And then you know who my father is, and like I don't want to malukan keluarga. Of course, I don't want to do the wrong thing of like killing my own child. But then again, thinking back about it's not from a relationship. I do have friends who are at that age who had a boyfriend and they got pregnant, and then that kind of things.
Yeah.
Tapi for me it's a bit different. So I was so lost about do I keep or not. But yalah, tak nak malukan diri, tak nak malukan abah, tak nak malukan keluarga, I decide to go for abortion lah. Of course, at that age, you don't have much money. The abortion cost $800. I had to work. I was working at Delhi France that time. Kat issue, no point. Pernah nampak I?
Tak tahulah kalau pernah nampak
Perempuan.
pun tak kenal lah.
Uh,
Ya, mungkin lah, mungkin.
yeah, I had to work for 5 months. So I was actually nearly 5 months pregnant lah. So I had to get for abortion. Cut story short, after abortion, I was in depression. I keep having recurring dreams of a small boy. Like he's reaching out to me, but I was reaching out to him and we cannot touch each other. We keep getting further and further and further.
Wow, real.
And then, at the point I couldn't take it. I was so disturbed by the dream. I was disturbed by my own, like macam zalim punya action,
Regret. You are feeling full of
My
regret,
regret.
remorseful. Why did you do that?
Tahulah, ashamed, malu, semualah segala apa perkataan yang boleh cakap. And then at 17, I attempted suicide lah.
We tried to.
Yeah, so I drank something a lot. It was so painful. It was so horrible, the feeling. By the time I don't know lah, something knocked my head. I went to the clinic downstairs and then the doctor say, I don't know why the doctor did that. I don't know lah. I just went to the clinic, then I went to the hospital, and then somehow the doctor called my sister told my parents, then it was like kecoh. Then I was at the hospital. They had to pump out the whole thing, my heart stopped for a few seconds. But yeah, I survived lah kan, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
But it was
take five, sekejap just 5 minutes. Yeah, your heart stopped for a few seconds. Okay, let's just take a small breather. Yeah, I would like to say thanks to, I think most of them are your followers. Yeah, especially from Norita Nordin in our FB. She said so proud of you, babe. Thank you, Norita, for watching us live, and also thank you for the rest of you. Min Kin Ray, okay, is watching. Lina Alfi is watching. Riwana Wahid is watching. Nohai Zuran Salam, thank you. Linda Cheesecake, okay, wow, you make me hungry, cheesecake. Okay, let's see. Norisha Abdul Ghani, okay. Sweet Taipi Siti Muhammad is watching. Mas Jomas Kilia, okay. Del Pateh, thank you for watching. I know you're watching from your kantor. Okay, Sapia Safari, thank you. Aliza Aziz, Elise Nge, Siti Salwa Arshad, thank you all of you. Ziana Haider for watching. Yeah, Lin Abdul Majid. Yes, thank you for watching us. Yes, like I said, like what Sis Efah has mentioned, don't judge her. Okay, I think from that 20 minutes of sharing, there are some things that we can learn definitely. Yeah, and yeah, Efah, you said that I think the decision of you to see the doctor below in a way help you because the doctor informed your sister, is it? Because you feel so pain, you couldn't bear the pain that you went downstairs. And right, any doctor around our area, our family doctor, practically everybody knows the whole family. I mean, the doctor knows our family. So I think that is Allah way of helping you. Maybe Allah feels, Efah, it's not, your time is not up yet. Your time is not up yet. Maybe Allah has, a long way. I mean, Allah knows what you have to do for the community, for our society. That's why I say that don't shortcut your life. So that's why the doctor, yalah, ini semua penyebab kita semua percaya kan, semua penyebab. Call your sister and straight away you were sent to the hospital.
Yeah.
And you said that you were lost because you did mention to me, you died for a few minutes and you feel like you're given a second chance.
Yeah. When I woke up at the hospital, I think by then my parents was there, and for the first time I rasa macam tak tahu ya Allah, macam I susahkan my parents lah kan, macam diorang kalau orang tahu agaknya diorang malu, with everything that has been escalating from the rape to the abortion to the attempted suicide. You know, like macam, lama anak apa ni, you know, that's what I keep telling myself lah. But, Masya Allah, the way they look at me, right, it's like, they didn't judge me lah. Diorang tak macam marah, diorang tak, you know, they cried. For the first time, my elder sister kissed me on the forehead. Now dulu kita memang yalah asyik gaduh as teenagers, right? But yeah, I mean, like, I rasa macam I didn't want to. Okay, it's time to change. It's time to change. Stop bringing down myself and let's start to do something. Yeah, so that is the point where the look of my parents, they didn't look ashamed tau. Diorang tak macam malu ke macam tak mengaku tu anak aku, apa anak aku dah buat ni. Diorang tak ada marah ke apa, no negativity, just so much positivity that I feel that, ya Allah, I need to do something. I need to change myself. So yeah, I guess after that, looking back, even the police who was there, you know, attempting suicide is a crime. So two policemen was there, and then they, you know, like macam helped me get myself out of it so that I didn't get punished, you know, for it. So after that, you know, I studied well, so I graduated and straight away wanted to do something for myself, you know, that I don't want. Yes, I have a bad past, doesn't mean I have to have a bad future. But things have yet to change lah. Of course, at that moment of time, although I wanted a better me, I was driven by hate. I was driven by vengeance, you know. I'm vengeance. Yeah, macam Batman kita tak. I mean, I was so determined to change, but the determination came from hate lah. The hate for men.
From that strong hatred of men. So that's become your fuel.
That's my fuel, correct.
To change.
No, to change. So the for men, for whatever that has happened to me, like men did this to me, men damaged my life, stupid men, you know, that kind of things. Jadi bila masuk army tu, no matter how difficult it was, no matter how macam nak mampus, kena buat road march lah, kena lari sana lari sini lah, buat push up tak tahu beribu-ribu kali tu, the only thing that kept me going was the hatred.
Wow.
So yeah, people, was it a proud moment to commission as the first female infantry officer to do what women have never done in Singapore? Yes, tapi people don't know what was the fuel.
Efah, I feel sad for your trainees, you know, during those years. Seriously.
Tapi I tak menyusahkan trainee I sayang trainee I. Trainee ada siapa-siapa dekat sini, dia orang boleh cakap, I tak pernah tekan dia orang tau.
Okay. So it's more for yourself lah. That means anytime when you feel like giving up, right?
Yeah.
When you feel like giving up, that bad experience, maybe that phase, you know, that moment just come back to you and just give you that energy, that fire to, you know, to do. I can do it.
No matter, I cannot do it. I don't want to quit. You know, I'm you know, I macam rasa if I quit, you know, people just you say lah if I quit, yalah, she like that what, you know, she stupid what, she what lah. People like a lot of my friends, some of my friends like, dia ni masuk army kan, mesti dia quit punya lah, you know. I know that kind.
Give her 1 year, 2 years, 6 months.
Yeah, that kind lah. Even people inside, some of the officers will say that like, this girl lah, ask her to change vocation, don't want, let her suffer, you know. So they tekan me like macam nak mampus, kasih tekan sampai biar dia give up, you know, that kind of thing. Tapi I had to work harder lah to make sure that doesn't happen. Just because I want to prove to people lah, prove to that lah, prove to what lah, or prove to myself lah, whatever. It's so tiring, you know, living life like that. So yeah, so that was the thing about what drives me in the army. But definitely the experience that I went through, all the lessons that I went through in the army, definitely is life-changing as well lah. Of course, it's the opportunity, the lessons that I learned, the how to say this limiting beliefs, like macam if you ask me now or before, can I do a 30-click fast march in FBO, full battle order dengan benda, dengan segala apa? I will say no lah, but I did it, you know, because inside there kita no choice kan. Dia orang suruh buat apa, kita kena buat. No choice. So everything that I had to do inside there, I had no choice but to do, and we can do it. And I'm very sure anybody that signed up can do it. If you have enough drive lah. It's not because I am stronger or what. Alah, aku was like 40 kg, I was small, I was petite. So it's not about size, it's just about the determination. But my determination was hate lah. So how does that interpret or manifested in the other parts of my life is I did you know, I don't have throughout the macam daripada that point of time right after the attempted suicide until to the point where I finally decide to get married. I never wanted to get married. You know, I don't understand the foundation of marriage. I see so many bad marriages around me. You know, I see how women suffer in a marriage. So I don't have a good impression about marriage. For a normal teenage girl, they dream about dream wedding. No, they will dream of this. I don't dream of any wedding at all because I don't want to get married. When I think of my future, I just think of a house with kids. There's no men. So yeah, so I never, of course, but alhamdulillah, I didn't turn to the other, you know, I don't.
Yeah, because you're in the army, you are very tough. So sometimes you can attract not the opposite sex, but the same sex.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, right.
There's a lot inside.
Definitely.
Definitely, there's a lot inside.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But I did meet a guy, you know, and you know, I was quite blatant. If I were to ever meet a guy, I would just tell him, oh, this is what happened to me. I was raped, I got pregnant, I was aborted. You want me or not? Don't want, you know. But he accepted me lah for whoever I was and whatever that I've done.
Rewind sikit. How do you get to know him? How do you get to know your husband then? Nak tahu juga kat mana? Dekat tepi jalan ke? You apa ni jumpa dia dekat I understand you were riding right at that time. You were riding a bike, right?
Yes.
Okay, sisters out there, she's not that's why I say she's not ordinary woman. Okay, whatever men can do, she can do better. You see? So she was riding a bike. So manalah tahu dia jumpa bakal husband dia at that time kan tengah tayar pancake.
Before. I met him actually before.
Before you went into the army?
Yeah. We were in different secondary school lah, but we met during secondary school. Seriously, we were girlfriend, boyfriend. Dia sound steady when I Sec 2 lah, dia Sec 3.
Okay lah.
But you
the way you said it like nobody pay attention. Efah, he did pay attention to you. When you were Sec 2.
But even at that point, I don't know. I feel that macam apa sah dia suka aku really ke? Kenapa ni? You know, like macam dia buta ke? Gila ke? You know, that kind of things. And then it doesn't help also when people around me, sadly, keep telling me, hey, your boyfriend so handsome. You korang tak matching .
Tell me about it.
And it's not once, it's many times by many people. So it's really disturbing. Like macam korang ni apa hal kan? Jealous ke apa? You know, I never say that to them lah.
But seriously, you better say that now because I also want to say that kau ni apa hal? Kau jealous ke apa? Ini jodoh.
Jealous ke apa? They
That's
even,
why.
some of them, they have the, Fah, kalau you not with this guy, I would go for him. In front of my face. No, I don't know what kind of person was I. I was pendiam ke kan. Sekarang aku tak pendiam. Sekarang kau cakap depan aku cakap balik.
Kan lain. Efah sekarang, Efah dulu lain.
So yeah, so eventually I broke up with him just because I think that
You are not good enough for him.
Yeah, I'm not good enough for
He
him.
deserves somebody better.
He deserves sangat. Jadi orang lain lah yang he deserves somebody else. I just wanted to make people happy now. These people yang sibuk sangat in my life. Yeah. Kau dah break kan? Kau happy? Happy, happy lah. Korang punya pasal lah, But yeah, that was another thing lah that keeps me the hatred lah. The negativity, the feeling of not only for men for other women like this. Like macam, so kau ingat kau jambu sangat lah. Aku tak jambu tak apa. Tapi, aku in the army. Kau ada army? Kau ada,
Okay.
I don't know, something like that. I just felt that I had to prove myself.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was a very negative transition lah. It made me very bitter. It made me, very negative. So, I mean, I got back together with that same guy a few years later after the suicide attempt. He knows everything and he was still willing to accept me. Then, we were together. We eventually we got married and everything, everything went as per society expectations. Yeah.
Okay.
Although inside my heart, it's not that I do not want to marry him. I do not want to marry. That's it. I don't want to be like macam before then, my perspective of marriage is negative, right? Like macam if you ask, I asked my other female colleagues in the army who looks like men lah. Like macam, why you're not getting married lah? Why you not getting married? I said, don't want lah. I'm not the only one in the world to feel this way. They do not want to be submissive to men. They do not want to be tied down. They do not want to lose opportunity when you get married, you get pregnant, then you have to take maternity leave, then you won't get the same opportunity like men at the workplace, that kind of things. Like me and my fellow colleagues, right? Diorang dah captain, I belum captain. Sebab I kan anak 3, maternity leave banyak kan, that kind of things. So yeah, so they do not want to be lower than the opposite sex, They do not want to be no control ke apa. So for me, it's just that I seriously, I did not have the respect that I should have for my husband. Kesian dia tau.
Moga-moga I believe that he's watching. Yeah. Moga-moga
dia tidur agaknya.
tak apa.
Dia kerja malam, kesian dia kan. Dia tidur. But I really feel that was why after being married for let me calculate, sorry, 2009 minus 2003 berapa? 6 years lah. After 6-7 years I seriously considered divorce. Not because I hate him, not because I don't love him. It's just that I wanted to put him out of misery. I think I gave him a horrible time, not just because of my my hatred that it wasn't even his fault, It was also a job hazard. As job hazard, I officer dekat kerja tu, pagi petang siang malam terpekik terlolong. Kat rumah aku pun terpekik terlolong lah. I speak to him like I speak to you
Very
do
good.
this, you understand or not? Macam you do push up. Macam tak lah, tak suruh buat push up
Yeah
lah.
lah,
But
I know lah, but
gaya dia,
very, very
yeah,
instructional kind of tone.
yes, very
Yeah,
authoritative.
authoritative.
Like
Yes.
unlike a wife lah. Like macam I keep telling him, you want me, you must understand, I'm this kind of person. You don't like, you get out. You want to stay, you stay. But then you must accept me, that kind of thing lah. So I really like macam from 2009 to 2011, right? That was the biggest, how to say,
Challenge.
turnaround of my life. Where like I was macam tak kita got married, we go to the same thing, like got house lah, got kids lah, whatever lah. Somehow, don't know how, I was in debt. I got like $45,000 of credit card debt.
Okay.
I was going through shit at work. I was going through, boleh cakap shit tak? Sorry.
Dah cakap pun.
I was going through, problem, keliling from at work, at home, and whatever. I came home and I'm giving him a very hard time. Other things around me are going wrong. We had the problem there, problem here, macam-macam problem. And I really feel that I do not want to macam aku menyiksa dia gitu tau. Like I tell him that I make him understand that the reason why I don't respect you is not because of you lah, it's because of what happened 10 years ago and whatever, all this thing that builds up over the years. And
it's really affecting you emotionally.
Yeah,
without realizing you are affecting people around you.
Correct.
If you don't let go,
yes,
this is what happens.
The thing was, I was becoming a bad wife, and then I realized I'm becoming a bad mother. Like the way I scold them, macam scold budak dekat camp pula kan, macam kesian lah budak-budak ni kan, dapat mak macam gini. So like, but alhamdulillah, starting from then, I don't know lah. I guess that change, a lot of things, seriously lah, between that 2009 to 2011, so many things happened that I somehow, alhamdulillah, Allah kasih macam a light, just tergerak hati. Like, I was in bikini sipping martini by the beach on 1 December, 2008, 2009. Then like I was talking to my friend, I was like, kita macam mana? Sampai bila ni kita nak jadi macam gini? Like macam, even then I was still not dressed well, I was still macam kurang kain gitu kan. At 31 years old lah, I was still macam kurang kain, macam tak ada baju cukup kat rumah gitu lah.
And you're a mother already. You're a mother of 3 at that time.
I was the of two coming 3 lah. Yeah, like now I look at my photos like carrying my children, I was like, ya Allah, Fah, kenapa dengan kau pakai baju apa, Fah? Yeah. So like tak ada lah, at that moment we were talking like, I think next year kita tukar lah. Let's become better parents. Because at that moment that my other friend was going through divorce. I was contemplating it. So I do not know whether is divorce the correct way, or is it the solution? I don't know. It's just that why I hesitated is because I still love my husband, I love my children, I love the family, but I just don't want to, because of my stupid thing about the past. This thing is I'm carrying like a luggage now. The hatred, the vengeance, the whatever that I have, I'm carrying like a luggage, and it made me a bitter shit person. And I don't realize that I realize lah that I'm making it
Bigger and
difficult
bigger,
for my husband. Yeah. And but I realize that I do not want to continue to be a burden to my husband and then become a bad mother, and then it's the cycle will carry
Yes,
on like
the
that.
vicious
Then
cycle.
my kids will maybe grow up like me. Then I do not want that. So
Alhamdulillah, you have that
yeah,
realization. And is that
kan.
what Ifah made you left the SAF, the army?
Not yet. I think the army was still something that I treasure most. I love it so much, it's my dream job, I was really enjoying my work. So 2009-10 tu lah I after talking to my friend tu, the next month on January itself, I signed up for religious class. I'm like, okay, let's start with religious class lah, weekly. And then alhamdulillah, I was introduced to this class, this ustazah that managed to change my whole perspective about life.
When was the
Managed
class?
to
Ifah, when was the class?
it's with Project Spirituality, Quran Arabic with Ustazah Maimunah. Yeah. So it was, attending her class is not cheap, but I don't know, alhamdulillah, macam kalau kita nak berubah, kita nak bertaubat, Allah akan
Tunjukkan jalan.
senangkan. Yes.
Niat bila
Make
kita
ease lah.
once we have the intention to do good, Allah will bring great people to you.
Yeah.
Ease your way.
So I already started the process of I won't say divorce lah, but I opt for counselling, marriage counselling. Throughout there was like this compulsory 3 times counselling, right? Before I opted for that lah. Alhamdulillah, I really like the social worker who helped us. From the first, of course, from the first, second, third too, it was like 8 weeks and 8 weeks different. From the first until the third one, I was already in hijab. The classes that I attend was so impactful. Things that happened around me was, suddenly changed. I realized that, at that time my life was in like shit lah, kan, macam toilet bowl gitu. Macam haywire. And I was angry at the work lah, the husband lah, whatever lah, but I don't realize the problem was me. I was the problem. And the only thing that I had to do was change myself. Yeah, I didn't want, I was trying to change the world and trying to change whatever, right? I was trying to change people, but I realized that the pivotal point was changing myself lah. That was what Ustazah Maimunah got into me. I think she was one of the many asatizah, a few of them is like Ustaz Mizi, Ustaz Adi, who met me at that time, yang somehow helped me create this path that I am on now. I pakai hijab, and then when I attended the last counselling session, right? So the counsellor was asking, so Miss Efah, you're the one who filed for this. Do you still want to proceed with divorce? Then I look at my husband, I say no, because I realized that he is the perfect man for me. He is the perfect
husband, father.
Not say a perfect husband, perfect mate, my soulmate. The one that I along the way kan, daripada being hurt by men, I built walls. The walls that I built stopped me or blinded me to see goodness in people, goodness in him, goodness in life. I only see things in a negative way, in hatred. People buat baik pun that kind of things. I just don't want to get hurt anymore. So I, build walls to defend myself, just to be safe. you know, just to keep myself inside so nobody can hurt me. Before they hurt me, I hurt them first, kind of thing lah. So even after that, although I dah pakai hijab, I was, you know, I started to get into more classes and everything. Between that 2011, 2013, I thought I can, you know, continue work in the SAF. Kerja tak payah pakai lah, keluar pakai lah. Like macam a lot of the people were telling me, okay, boleh, cari rezeki kan, biar kalau kerja tak payah pakai hijab tak apa. I dengar lah, so I pun follow that, but with more knowledge. And what I was able to do within 2011 to 2013, right, was to gather enough courage to go back into my past and start resolving it. What I always wanted all the years, I always wish that I can change the past. You know, during that time lah, you know, I wish I can change the past.
You wish you did not go for that abortion.
Yeah, you know, I wish I didn't go for the abortion. I wasn't this, I wasn't that. I want to change this, change that. So many things that I want to change. Tapi, I realized that from the first surah that I learned from Ustazah Maimunah, which was surah surah kan sampai dah mental block sampai dah terlupa surah dia apa. Astaghfirullah.
Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad.
Alam nasrah laka sadrak wa wada'na anka wizrak. You know, with every difficulty comes ease. With every difficulty comes ease.
Surah Insyirah.
Insyirah, astaghfirullahalazim. Sampai lupa, masya-Allah. You know, that was the first surah I learned the tafsir and everything, and it turned my life, masya-Allah. That's my heart, my head, my mind, and that was the point I started to change lah, daripada pakai hijab. From looking back, I look back into my past and I then suddenly see tau, I like macam even during the abortion, during the suicide, and every difficult time in my life for the past 10 years too, there were so many times where I realized there are so many people that helped me out. That macam Allah letak dia ni just to help me. Agaknya kalau orang-orang ni tak ada, I would have seriously gone crazy or go seriously into depression or seriously attempt suicide again or whatever, you know, those kind of things, or quit army and whatever shit. So I went back to seriously resolve whatever conflicts that I had in life, and most of it is with myself, myself aja. Yeah. So, and when I realized that I was so more calm, life was more, you know, the clarity of life is so more obvious. I suddenly see the goodness in everything that happened before. I realize now that whatever happened was supposed to happen. It's not that I bangga sangat lah yang whatever that I did, but yes, it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to make all that mistakes. That mistake was supposed to happen for me to learn something.
I think, Efah, what I learned is that you cannot change your past, but from your past experience, you did something to change other people's future, not to make the same mistake as what you did.
Yes, correct. Like along the ways, I was able to like macam somehow cross path with so many girls who contemplated abortion, who was pregnant young, and then the mother was you know, forcing abortion, although she was like 18 lah, tapi belum kahwin, then mak dia suruh abort. So I was there to talk to the mother, like how we cross path also I don't know tau. But I managed lah, and you know, I see their babies now. Masya Allah, kalau they went for abortion, they wouldn't have been so proud of their own children. I see them running around, or now the primary school, like macam, okay lah, maybe I didn't save my child, at least I save other people's children. That makes me a bit better about what I did lah. Yeah.
So you handheld them. I mean, these ladies come to your life. I think Allah put them in your life because Allah know you can help them. So you handheld them because they are lost, like what you were at that time, not knowing who to go to. So they go to you, they seek your help, okay, whether directly or indirectly, and you tell them specifically what they need to do. And if they
Yeah.
have difficulty saying that to their parents, you are the one become the mediator. I think you did a great job, Ifah. No, really. Yeah. And how many girls you have helped, Ifah? Based on your
Total about, I met 5 of them lah. I helped 5 of them, and some of them was even actually my, my men in camp punya girlfriend. They come to me one night, cakap, ma'am, ada problem lah, ma'am, my girlfriend pregnant lah, macam mana and then some of them, they AWOL, they AWOL. I find out lah, I had to find out kenapa si AWOL aja. Dia cakap, ma'am, saya kena kerja kat luar, ma'am, kenapa? My girlfriend pregnant, kita nak duit lah, ma'am, that kind of thing. So I help them lah. I help them. My man gave me the opportunity to see. I felt like I saw them and I thought, Masya Allah, lelaki ni responsible-nya. He didn't just leave her. He wanted to take responsibility. He even AWOL to work for her. Like some of I met others who also had children, who are married with children, and they have sick children, and they cakap, ma'am, saya kerja malam jadi kalau saya datang kerja pagi, saya tidur sekejap boleh tak? Saya cakap boleh, don't worry, because he work at night dekat factory to just be able to pay for his child's medical fees. So what we did was we did something to help him raise funds, to help the family. So I saw this men lah, and one of the reasons why there are good men in the world, and of course I saw the goodness in my husband, as well. All this why I was just blinded. There was so much hatred, right? I was just blinded. So like I feel that when I started to change, when I started to go on this journey towards Allah macam open my eyes, open my heart, open my path, and I realized so many things along the way. Yeah, so that was the point. Until to the point where I no longer was able to go to work without hijab. I pakai baju, pakai boots. So I was thinking, sebab keluar pakai helmet apa, kan? Tu naik motor pergi camp, kat camp aja lah kena nampak rambut semua kan. But there was that one day, suddenly I tak boleh keluar. Nak keluar rumah tak boleh, Kenapa ni kan? Sekali, then when I try again, it was for 3 days tau. So for 3 days then I went to class that night. I tell my ustazah lah, ustazah, saya nak pergi kerja ni, tak boleh pergi kerja. Then my ustazah say, maybe your body is just following your heart. I was contemplating like, macam I dah rasa bersalah tau bila kat kerja tu tak pakai hijab. Because the being in the army, like not only about the hijab lah, it's about the mixing, everything was not very, I wouldn't say wrong, but it's not nice for a Muslimah to be in that environment. So I was already contemplating, tapi macam, one side of me, no, this is my dream job. Don't nonsense. Efah, who wants to give you $5,000? My pay then was about nearly $6,000. Siapa nak kasi kau 6,000? The things that I can get, I can go for vacations. I was taking a degree at that time sponsored by the army. You know, why do I want to give that away? But then Ustazah cakap, Ustazah cakap, maybe your body is following your heart. So I was saying lah, so I was telling her what was my dilemma. So she was saying, okay, what makes you stop, from leaving the army? Then I say lah, yalah Ustazah, saya tak boleh pergi vacation, saya nanti tak ada duit, saya tak boleh pergi take my degree, blah 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 blah. Then my Ustazah cakap, what is on your hands? So macam, Ustazah ni kan nak play inside my mind pula kan, cakap je lah, you know. Apa ni Muzdalifah, ini semua apa? Saya cakap, ni semua duit lah Ustazah. Exactly, ni semua dunia Muzdalifah, dunia. InsyaAllah, you know, because if I were to quit then, I was sponsored. That means I have to prepay back all those things, right? Kalau you're sponsored, then you're bonded and all these things back was inside my head. And okay, tak apa lah. Let's just continue in the army. Then my Ustazah say like, Muzdalifah, all this is dunia. Kita jangan kerjakan dunia, kerjakan akhirat. I macam, insyaAllah kalau I make this decision to leave the army for the sake of Allah, Allah will make it easy for me. Ni dalam hati macam, alamak, Ustazah, dia cakap suka ke apa? So easy. So, yalah, macam, then when I got into that, I cannot go out, right? Finally, after 3 days, after that, talking to my Ustazah, contemplating, talking, I did istikharah, was making dua. I just realized, okay, I will leave my dream job for my hijab for the sake of Allah. When I make that decision, I write the resignation letter. I finally got to work, submit, and I was out in 3 months. Yeah, so that was the start of a totally new journey for me lah, definitely. But Alhamdulillah, within the 2009 to 2011, 2013, not only my marriage improved, after the counseling session, I have to say the counseling session really helps. So for couples who are having problems, jangan malu nak pergi counseling. I don't know why, but I know why it helps, but I don't know why couples are so difficult for them to seek help, and they choose to, if I have a bad marriage, I have a bad marriage law, whatever law, then divorce lah, instead of trying to make it better. Work hard to make it better. So everything started to change lah. The marriage, even me as a mother, me as a wife, I realized that I became like the respect that I had when Allah opened my eyes, right? I saw every reason why I have to respect my husband. Not because the religion says so, the society says so. No, it's because of like how my father, he deserves to be respected as a husband, and as a father. He is all his hard work, all the things that he sacrificed for us. I respect him for that. That is the same thing that I saw in my husband. The effort, his patience, all these years with me, and I am his test. Kalau people got tests in their life, I am his test, and he passed lah. Alhamdulillah kan.
And I think your husband also, he did play a big role. I think you're very lucky, Fa. Seriously, I from your story I can say that you're very lucky that you are given 2 great men in your life without you realizing it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Your father and your husband. I've known your father. He's a very soft-spoken man. I never see him raise his voice. He was always full of smile. Yeah. Maybe he's not as garang as you. I don't know where you get your garangness. Your mom also is a very gentle lady.
Hello. I was trained in the army.
Yeah. So yeah, 13 years, no joke. But 13, 15 years, yes. So yeah, so yeah, you're very lucky. Your Allah has given you two great men, but it just made you realize that later. But alhamdulillah, I mean, alhamdulillah, you are now a different person. You have seen, so now Allah is open not only your eyes but your heart, yeah, to all the goodness. Maybe all this while, what I can say is that you have been wearing flies, lalat punya mata. You pakai lalat punya cermin mata, kan? Right, kan? I think even in I don't know, is it in the Quran or yeah, we believe that kita guna, are we using the fly's eyes or the bee's eyes? So now you daripada fly, you dah jadi bee. You dah jadi bumblebee. Kan? Right. I mean, yes. Bees are something that always look at the positiveness, good things, sweet. That's why they go to flowers. Yes, yeah. And in the end, they produce honey. Right?
Kan kalau dulu asyik pergi kat tahi je.
Kan? Betul. Asyik cakap pasal toilet bowl. You see? Without you realizing it. Yeah. So Allah made that change in you. Yalah, I think ini semua Allah punya ketentuan, ya. I mean, He has set everything. That's why He said that you are too early to go, Efah. You have a long way. There's something that you need to do. Yes. So moving forward, Alhamdulillah, I got to know you when you were involved in this Pop Wow. Yeah. So maybe you can share with us what was the intention when you set up this Pop Wow? And I believe at that time you are out of the army already.
Okay. So when I finally left, I mean like before I left around that years, I'm always, you know, I'm doing sports. We are always doing marathons in and out of the army. Then when I look around I don't see our people. You know, like macam mana Melayu-Melayu ni semua tak ada ke? Si Cina je, you know, lari. Kalau tak India lagi lari cepat kan? Tak India, Cina, Melayu mana? Melayu tak ada.
At that time you were in hijab, doing all this in hijab.
Belum lagi.
Okay,
From the time when before I was in hijab until I wear hijab, you know. And then when I went out, I decided to like macam, then I did some study and research, and then like macam, orang kita yang ada banyak problem, orang kita yang besar badan, orang kita yang obesity, orang kita yang kencing manis, high blood pressure,
darah tinggi, gout.
Yeah, and then it's always in the newspaper, the Malay society, Malay community is the most unhealthy, you know, every year mesti ada. So I wanted to know kenapa. Is it our culture, is it our habit, or is it our food? So I did so I finally used my diploma in business to do all these things, you know, to do surveys. We did survey for about 1,800 ladies, asking them Malay ladies and Chinese ladies.
Oh, okay.
I had a few more Malay ladies. I think like 60% Malays, and then 20% Chinese, 20% Indians. Yang expat, yang mak saya semua I tak tanyalah kan. Diorang ada their own motivation lah. So I realized that a lot of them, they want to be active, they want to run, they want to do this. Diorang nak buat so many activities, but diorang malu, paiseh lah, tak ada kawan lah, tak ada kaki lah, tak tahu mana nak pergi all those kind of things. And although a lot of these activities are available and it's affordable, cheap, you know, at CC, you know, all these things, it's just that most of them are mixed. And a lot of the women that I survey, they prefer macam all women because macam malu, macam diorang tak nak, they want to do Zumba tapi tak nak berjoget-joget depan orang lain, you know, those kind of things lah. So what we decide to do is to eliminate all the excuses. Yeah. So tak ada kaki, saya jadi kaki awak. You know, saya carikan awak kaki. Tak ada tempat, saya kasihkan tempat. Tak tahu macam nak buat, saya ajar. Nak buat ni, saya buat. Mari kita buat sama-sama. Mari kita ramai-ramai. So that was the intention lah.
So whatever excuses they give you, you counter.
Yes.
That means you have no friend, I become your friend. You have no proper attire.
Aku kasihkan baju, carikan kau baju. So you know we had kat Singapore we had a few, but yalah we source out more for Malaysia, Indonesia, and alhamdulillah since then, yes lah, I have to say like 10 years ago susah betul nak dapat
Yes.
comfortable modest sportswear for us.
Exactly.
Like the first burkini that I buy was yang Australian kan. It was like $100
very
over
expensive.
$200, you know. And the thing was yang buat mahal is the postage. This is the
I
delivery,
agree
not
with
really
you. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with
right.
you. It's a
So
killer.
like macam it was difficult. Then alhamdulillah it got better. Like of course now kita ada Adidas, Nike, you know, supporting these modest apparels, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so we slowly lah get but I got myself trained to specifically deal with women. So I, you know, more to low impact exercises. Like I had to change lah my mindset. I must change. I'm not training men. You know,
You're
I
not
cannot
training
just
fit man, Efah.
yeah.
You're
You
training
know,
woman maybe who has never run for the last 5, 8 years of their life
correct.
because
Yeah.
of once they
It's
get
they
married.
haven't run for the past 5 years. They haven't run in their life ever. You know, or maybe dulu lah kecil-kecil time school lah,
In
primary
school,
school.
yes, during school
Yeah.
time. Yeah. After they
So
left school, no more.
yeah, correct. I cannot just like okay, run. You know, the kind. You know, I cannot just ask them to do these kind of things. I have to
Pumping 100.
pumping, whatever
The
they tell
next day you
me.
won't see them anymore.
Yeah, right. So I even have to change my tone of voice. I have to change my approach. You know, I tak boleh. I kena cuci mulut dengan Clorox. Sebab kat dalam tu kan, kita hari-hari kena maki, kita maki, kita maki, you know, in every language. You nak Cantonese, Hokkien, you know, all the language I know, you know.
Tak apa. Thank you. Bulan puasa.
Kan, nasib baik ya. Tapi alhamdulillah sekarang ni saya dah tak lagi lah, tak sangat lah. Of course, like dealing with the my target audience now, or my dear kakak-kakak and my makcik-makcik yang tersayang ni kan, I'm more gentle. Yes. There are times that I have to exert control of garangness, right? But most of the time I baiklah cakap.
Alhamdulillah, Efah. So now moving forward, you not only created Pop Wow, so I know that you also recently, I don't know how recent, created gems, right? And I understand that gems are available in 8 districts around Singapore Island. So ladies out there, no excuses. If last week you have watched my shine with Dula Deal, now with Sis Efah, all the more you have all the people out there. You know, she is practically all around Singapore. So we have 8 districts. Can you name us all the 8 districts? That means if you are from this district, from this resident, just go and approach the people from this group and they will become your buddy, your running buddy, your semangat buddy, So what are the 8
So
districts?
GEMS is a movement to get ladies on their feet. So we from 1 to now we have total 8 district lah. I used to have to conduct all the activities, which was quite difficult. But slowly, because I saw so much potential, I saw leadership in you know, some of the women that trained together with me. I appointed them leaders lah. I tanya, you boleh jadi leader beduk?
District leader lah gitu. Macam penghulu gitu. Penghulu
Kan.
beduk.
So penghulu beduk. So I cari yang Pasir Ris. So we got Bedok, Tampines. Then we have Pasir Ris. We got Woodlands. And then
Yishun.
Jangan lupa. Yishun, yes. We got apa lagi? Choa Chu Kang. Jurong, Bishan. Apa lagi aku dah boleh cakap? Apa? Bedok, Pasir Ris,
Tampines, East Side dah, Yishun dah, West Side, Jurong, Choa Chu Kang
lah. Jurong, Choa Chu Kang, Punggol, Astaghfirullahaladzim.
Alamak, rumah sendiri.
Masya Allah. Kampung I sendiri tau. North East, which is Punggol, Sengkang, Hougang, Serangoon. Kena cakap empat-empat ni. Kau tak tu orang merajuk. I daripada Hougang tau. I Serangoon tau.
Okay. Okay, so alhamdulillah. So basically you see how sisters out there, we started about an hour ago how Sis Efah, share with us her colourful background. You see, right? She was laughing, crying, crying. Yes, yes. Yeah, I understand. I feel you. Efah. And now, alhamdulillah, looking forward. She is, I don't know what to say. She's my superwoman. I believe. Yeah, there is a lady here who said that she's your superwoman. There's a comment from your good friend. Wait, let me see. Sri Salwa Ashad. Love you as always, no matter what your history back then. Such a strong lady, respect. Thank you for sharing your life experience. Yes, thank you for watching, Sri Salwa. Really appreciate. Yes, so that means you put all your whatever happened in the past, the past. So moving forward, you empower women, Muslimah women. Yeah, you empower them. Put aside all our excuses, put aside our shyness, malunas, that we have not been running or we have not been exercising for the last donkey years of our life. But it's okay. We just need to
Never
go
too
out
late to
and
start.
start. Yes. Never too late to start. Yeah. So long as Allah give us that dua kaki, dua tangan, kita masih sihat, you are still healthy, we can get out of the house without having people to help us. I think we are good enough to go. Yeah.
Yes.
But
No
Ifah, having said all
excuses.
that, I know that something happened to you very recently. Wah, cerita awak macam tak habis-habis lah Ifah Boleh buat buku. Ladies, we thought that it's ended, right? The happy ending kan? But you know what? Before I have to end off, something happened to Ifah just very recently in December. And that's where Allah made me meet her because of that. I've known her like on off. Not really, I've known her in person. This is, I think, our first time meeting. Really talk. I mean, really talk. Yeah, all this while we were just like WhatsApping. But somewhere in December, a friend of ours was talking to me about Ifah. She was telling me, hey, there's this lady, blah, 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 blah. Then it's like, from the story to cut it short, I just feel that, hey, I know this person. Okay, Ifah. So I got to know that in December 24th, eve of Christmas, you were diagnosed with something in your brain, tumor in your brain.
Brain tumor, yes.
Brain tumor. And 3 weeks later, you say I can remember the date, 14 January 2022. Right? That was like what? 3-4 months back? You had to go through, you had to go through a brain surgery. How do you feel then, Efah, when the doctor broke that news to you?
It was macam apa? Macam apa? Cakap balik? Apa? Betul? Macam cakap balik? It cannot believe Seriously cannot believe. I had no symptoms at all. They kept asking me whether I had symptoms or some problems with my eyes, my hearing, my memory. They asked my husband, she can remember things or not? And I say, my husband said, she can remember 20 years ago what I do, and like macam aku ada brain tumor. Like, what? Like, it was very difficult to swallow lah. Yeah, it was difficult.
Like, why me, right?
I did like macam, why me? Why now? You know that kind. Tapi alhamdulillah, in that few days lah, because I had 1 week of uncertainty because I was diagnosed at Sengkang, tapi dia orang tak ada neurosurgeon at Sengkang. I had to meet the neurosurgeon 1 week later. So during that 1 week was like, apa ni? Betul ke? Kenapa ni? Betul ke? Macam, iya ke? You know, like, and because we don't know the details, we don't know why, we don't know how, and we don't know what is going to happen. I was taking, during that 1 week, they gave me anti-fix pill. They give me blood thinner. In case I could get stroke anytime. I could get paralyzed anytime. I can get fixed anytime, you know, because the tumor was 4 centimeter in diameter. It was really just behind my left eye. But, and okay lah, alhamdulillah, later I get to know that it is actually a more better, more positive brain tumor lah, the kind that is not so serious. There are many other more serious,
more complicated,
complicated ones lah. Mine was just nicely placed behind here. It was just outside. It's not like inside, not complicated. But of course, but during that 1 week, I had no clue what was going to happen, what's happening. So it was like, I spent that 1 week. I refused to stay at home. I went out. Swimming lah, cycling lah, apa lah, all this nonsense just to get my mind off. Because I know I could just sit and think of all the nonsense things that we can think of, you see. And it's not because it was negativity, it's more of uncertainty. Like, because you don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah. So,
will you wake up after the surgery? Looking back, am I prepared for this?
Things.
Right? And Shaitan will start whispering in our ears, why me? Why after I've done all the good deeds, after I've repented, I've changed, why am I being tested again? I understand. Right? It's not easy. Yeah, it's easier for me to say because I'm not the one who goes through, but I know how you feel because to be put under a surgery, you don't know what happened next.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know whether you will wake up. Yeah. So, Efah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the sharing. I think we have learned a lot. Okay, maybe just to wrap up before we end this. When you open your eyes, what is the first thing that comes to your head after the surgery?
Since getting to know about the more lah, until the day of surgery and waking up after surgery, right? So many things happened lah. Definitely, I know I had more clarity, more thoughts, and I was ready to. I was ready to die lah. If I was ready to accept. Ya Allah, kalau aku mati, then I accept it lah. This is my time, I accept it. And I was so blessed that I had the opportunity to know so many beautiful women. Like macam, Zarina, you're one of them. I know all the GEMS ladies, or my leaders, my family members, who was my best friend. I have to mention my best friend, Sada, who is my best friend since February 1. She was with me every day, the whole time daripada 24th January to 24th December sampai 14th January. She was with me every day, not physically, but she will send me food, she will send me flowers, she will send me, those kind of things every day just to keep me felt love. I felt so loved. I felt like macam all this while I felt like shit, right? I felt unappreciated. I felt unwanted. I felt like a total failure. I was ashamed of myself. But of course, one of the lepas I pakai hijab, I left the army. My intention is to just pay back Allah, pay back the people that that helped me along the way. People, I just want to help them lah. How I benefited from the army, the things that I learned from the army, I want to give to others. And these people, mashallah, they did so much for me within that 3 weeks too. When I opened my eyes, I was so thankful. Of course, the first person I saw was my husband. Then I was like just, hi, dia tidur balik. Bangun nampak kakak, hi kak, tidur balik for like 2 days like that. Then when I really realized consciously, right, I was so thankful. MashaAllah, I'm thankful, and I swear, I promise myself that when I get better, I want to do more. I want to do more for the people, for women, for others. Yeah, that was what I felt lah.
Alhamdulillah. And I think importantly is also for your family, Efah.
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes we are too, I'm saying for myself, sometimes we are too caught up in the community that sometimes we might overlook our own family.
Definitely. They are the
our strongest support and pillars.
Yes.
Yeah. Without them, we are nobody. Yes,
Correct.
definitely, we need their dua, our parents, our in-laws, our children, yeah, especially our husband. Yeah,
Mm,
we need their dua and we need their blessing. Yes, that's the most important
yes,
thing, right? Yeah, we need their
definitely.
blessing,
Blessings
yeah.
and the barakah is all from them.
Yes,
From their
yes,
doa, their
from their dua.
unconditional, unstop doa yang tak berhenti lah untuk
Yes,
kita kan.
and they accept us as who we are. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, dear sisters. This has been Sisters Chit Chat, and you have heard Sis Efah Anuar, how she cry, she laugh, she make a joke of herself, but this is life. Yeah, life is full of up and downs, and definitely bringing her for the closing edition of the Superwoman episode. I'm very blessed. I'm very happy. I believe that I have learned so much about her, and one of the things that I will remember from your sharing, Sifa, as a parent, whatever, whoever our children is, whatever mistake they have done, I think we must always give them that hug and the assurance that it's okay, right? It's okay to make a mistake because none of us is perfect. Even as a parent, we are not a perfect mother, perfect parent ourselves. We are all in a learning process. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. We learn from each other. I learned so much from you. And to all the sisters out there, I hope you have learned so much as I did. Thank you so much for watching us, Sisters Chit Chat. And although our Superman edition will come to an end with Sis Efah's sharing, but inshallah, next week, inshallah, pray that given the health and the capacity, we will come up with another new edition, Woman with Big Hearts. Yes. So watch out. Who are these ladies? Watch out in my FB. Yeah. And thank you so much, Efah. Ramadan Kareem to you. Yeah, I wish you all.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Yes, definitely we will meet each other. I'll be part of your jam project, inshallah. Yeah. So I really hope, to get involved with more of your activities. Yeah, and I think that what you have done is very great. We are
Thank
born
you.
in this world to contribute something, and Allah knows what we can do for the community, for ourselves, and for the ummah.
Tabarakallah, mashallah. Thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much.
Whatever that you've been doing as well, definitely
Alhamdulillah.
helping
Thank you.
others. Realizing all this sharing of stories is for me is very important because the experience is worth sharing in every way so that the lessons that we learn we can share so that
Yes.
others can learn from
Can
our
learn.
experience and not go through it themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they are experiencing that problem themselves, they have you. They have all our past sisters out there to go to. Yeah.
Mm.
Because we
Mm.
are here to help. We are here to give out our helping hand in our own ways, in our own small ways. Yeah. We are not a
True,
big
true.
organization. We are not a big charity organization. Yeah. But I believe that each of us has the power to lend out a helping hand in our own traditional small ways.
Yeah, in our
Thank you.
own capacity
In
lah.
capacity, yes, in our
Yes.
own capacity, definitely. Thank you, Sis Efah Anuar. Thank you so much. Send my regard to Ustaz Anwar. Yeah, I
InsyaAllah.
wish him
Amin.
well. I wish him well. And to all the
Amin.
sisters out there, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of you in the FB. Sorry, I couldn't mention all your name, but thank you for being there, for watching us till the end. And this is a very special episode that runs all the way to 1.5 hours. Solid lah you, groundbreaking record. Selalunya 1 hour, you 1.5 but I believe that everybody will enjoy your story and they will definitely benefit as much as what I have benefited from you. Till we meet again. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam.